What about this? Glock Gamma Doppler. There's no way these are up. That's not even for Emerald. That's the default. $270. It's so wild. It's so wild. So that means if Glock Gamma Doppler is going up that much, then the rest of the skins from this collection must also be going up as well, alongside this. This is $200, by the way, nowadays. How is it just every single item going up? Every single item. $200. The Coalition Factory New. This right here. $890. I remember when this was $80, and people would be upset when they got this in the trade-up instead of the Glock. And then that propels through the rest of the collections as well. The Meltdown, $83. Propaganda, $80. Pop-Up, etc., etc., etc. It's gotten to the point where even Revolver Blazes are starting to go up in value. 777,000 of them. Those going up 20-30% in value is insane. Genuinely insane. Let's continue. Emerald Jormungandr. These right now, for your run-of-the-mill factory new Emerald Jormungandr, $1,050. Last month, they were $400. Last month. I bought 2 of these before I got trade banned for $300 each. That's a simple 3x. Over a 3x on 2 items in a year. That is insane. Hey, have you heard that skins make you play the game better? Try Skins Monkey, a trading site where you can instantly trade skins safely and easily. Pick your skins, explore thousands of available items, and then trade to get new ones right away. And if it's your first time, you could use code ARROW to get up to $5 for free on your first trade. And if you want to buy skins, with code ARROW, you'll get an extra 5% on top of the 30% deposit bonus every time. That's, let me get a calc, 35% more skins. They also have daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways, so use code ARROW to trade out your old skins and buy new ones. Link is in the description. How is the market cap only 5.2 billion though? Well, the reason why we are at an all-time market cap of 5.229 billion, and yet we're seeing stuff like this go on. Well, even though we're seeing a lot of instances of like the M4A4 X-Ray going up 10x in the last two months, yeah, 3 months. Stickers, obviously, Stockholms have like at least 5x'd on all of the hollows. The reason why the market cap is still only up 10%, even with all of this shenanigans going on, is a lot of the higher tier skins that have already been pumped earlier this year, from December to the middle of the year. These things basically remain the same price. Your Butterfly Knife Fades, your Hedge Maces, your Pandoras, your Doppler. And what went up was the lower valued items. Here, M4A1S Cyrex. Over the last 3 months, this thing has gone up from $92 to about $140. Now, finally, these lower tier items, the $100, the $10 to $20, the hell, even $300 items, the non-knives, the non-gloves, the non-super expensive OP and AK and M4 skins, they're finally getting some of the love that wasn't shown in the original pump earlier in the year. And it also seems like they're doing it mostly to non-stat track skins. Now, there's still a lot of items out there that haven't seen an insane pump in price. A great example is the Titan Hollow. I don't think the Titan Hollow has been like affected at all. It seems like they're really just going after that mid-range and lower tier items right now. The stuff that can more easily be pumped because they could just buy up thousands of them. I mean, here's a great example. Evil Genius 2020 RMR. This thing, since yesterday, has 10x'd. Because it's so much easier to 10x this than it would be to 10x an Op Gungnir from $13,000 to $130,000. This was explained to me yesterday. I was messaging with somebody, and he said, the reason why trading sites and marketplaces, or well, trading sites more specifically, don't like pumped items being on their bots is because they're going to be stuck with it. And that stems back to like human psychology, where if they see this thing go up 10x in value, a lot of people
are not going to want to buy that because they think, wait, well, yesterday I could have paid 30 cents for it, which makes perfect sense. Like, why would you pay 10x the amount that you could have paid yesterday? So sure, some people are going to see this and go, oh my God, I need to hop on the train and I need to buy that. But then there's a lot of people who are way more like fair-minded and risk-averse and won't be buying this. But that we could use that same psychology and sort of think, maybe this isn't the best thing then. That every single skin that's lower tier is getting doubled in price. That might be bad. It's almost like that psychology is going to come back and people are going to go, maybe I don't want to buy a Gamma Doppler for 2x the price that I could have gotten it last month. So, at least in my mind, unless it becomes the new normal of, yeah, M4 X-ray, that's $200, that's normal, I'm willing to pay that. Unless that becomes the new normal because it just plateaus and it just stays at an even line, I feel like the prices would go down, right? Because of that psychology of, I don't want to pay $200 for something that for years and years and years I could have gotten for 1/10 of the price. That's a really hard bullet. It's a really hard bullet to swallow. Now, with CS, that could be a little bit different though, you know? We're very used to stuff going up quickly and then it's sticking to that price. So either with these current prices that we're seeing right now, with the new pump, the new 5% in the last 7 days and the 10% up in the last 30 days, with these lower to mid-tier items, your Neo-Noirs, again, your Tornadoes you're even getting pumped, your Spider Lilies, your leaded glass, unless it becomes the new normal, it probably won't last for long. But I would say, with the CS economy, we get used to new normal all-time highs pretty easily. And the real thing that we have to be scared of is Valve releasing another trade restricting update, right? At least in my mind, that's like the biggest problem. Then it would be not getting used to these prices so they crash. And then also China just dumping everything at the same time. Because I think that's one thing I completely disregarded in this whole conversation is the mass amount of skins that China owns. For example, Twilight Galaxy. I can't believe I went that long on a yap without mentioning China. That's my bad. Okay. I think this is a pretty good example. Obviously, there's people with like a lot more than this guy, but this is a good example of what I'm talking about. There's a lot of accounts like this. I would assume are probably waiting and holding and holding and holding till those new normals come. And he probably wouldn't want to sell a massive 126 op pops at the same time when the market hasn't even fully adjusted to these new prices, because then that would crash it. This right here, this is the new most expensive agent in the game, the NZ SAS, and he has 10 of them, but he's probably just gonna wait. He maybe has a price in mind, or he's just waiting until the markets actually solidify. 157 bloody Daryls. Shadows. It's insane. 45 retributions. 29 Moto Glove booms. And honestly, the best sort of thing for these guys is just holding and waiting for, I don't even know. I don't know what their end goal is, but just waiting. Because the longer that he holds, the more there's going to be demand of these other just like normal people who want to come through and buy, and then he has all the supply, and him and all of his buddies can pinch the price until it goes higher and higher. But in my mind, like I yap about this every single day, when do they sell? When do they sell? Like, where is the end of the rainbow? Where is the pot of gold? Surely they don't want to hold these Twilight Galaxies for like 5 years, right? Like, it's got to be for the quick flip, because that's originally what happened with the knives. Ton of people held until the prices became solidified, then slowly started selling off their butterfly fades on the low, their hedge maze gloves. We can also look at the graph for this. I think that would actually be pretty beneficial. Check the buff graph for this of the quantity. Yeah, so
you'll see kind of the opposite of the current things getting pumped. The quantity of butterfly knife fades has gone up. These guys have gone up in quantity, but yet the price still remains about the same. Interesting, if not going up. Now let's look at something like the Twilight Galaxy, because we're using that as the prime example. Let's see what's happened with the quantity and the price. It is completely fallen off of a cliff. It's down by 2/3, yet the price is up. So, when do they sell? I think when the price becomes solidified. I've kind of just been walking myself through it and talking myself through this whole situation. It's once the price becomes solidified. And then they'll probably go on to the next bump. Couldn't be just China causing that. Like, their renting services are only growing and growing as far as I know. Now that they have a trade reversal, they may be way more confident as well. Ooh. Low-key, that's not a bad shout by Roma Akeyev. One thing that maybe gets ignored a little bit when it comes to why prices are going up. Let's take your butterfly knife fade, for example. Let's say someone with maybe not even that much money, like 30K net worth, really, really, really wants a butterfly knife fade. $5,000. Bang into a game. 1/6 of their net worth is literally inside of a video game. That's obviously risky. It's a video game. It's Counter-Strike. Anything can happen. They can update it. They can shut down at any time. Or you could just get hacked. Well, not anymore. With the trade reversal update, for example, I'll show you how it works. You accept the trade, just like these broken fang cases. Unless you already have the skins in your inventory. Thank you. And then at any point, you could just take it back. Trade protection, and you can instantly take it back. So you can get hacked, you can get scammed, and then if in 7 days you realize it happened, you can get your item back. If that doesn't bring you at least some confidence, I don't know what will. I think that's absolutely an insanely good regulation for investors, for lack of a better word, because, I mean, it's crazy that it's gotten to that point, but, like, it seriously is seen as, like, a year-over-year great investment, CS skins, by a lot of people. So they're putting a lot of net worth into this. And this new regulation, this new safeguard, is probably bringing a lot of new people in. Or bringing back a lot of old people that maybe got hacked one time and wish that they had this update back then. So what were my bullet points there? Mid to low tier skins are getting pumped. Once it gets stabilized, China will probably dump. The trade reversal update, low-key a good thing for the market. A lot of new people and old people are coming in. Don't get caught with your pants down and with the bag. It's never a bad time to cash out if you're in profit. Or if you think that it's going to go down and you're not in profit. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this. Great advice. Thanks, bro. Make sure to subscribe.